Hi everybody, my name is Jessie and I do perfume reviews in ASMR format. So if you like perfume and also if you like ASMR, you're in a good place for our video today. Alright, so today I am reviewing, this is called Liz Claiborne, and it's just called Liz Claiborne, so I'm assuming it might have been her first scent, but I actually have not looked into that. I think she's put out some other fragrances too. So Liz Claiborne is a fashion designer, and maybe some other things, but I'm not aware of anything more than that. But yeah, and this fragrance was launched in 1986, so it has been around for quite a while. Gosh, that's going on 30 years, isn't it? No, sorry, that's going on 40 years. Gosh, time just flies. So yeah, this is 38 years old, this fragrance. So yeah, I've seen it around at stores like Ross mainly, I think, quite a bit. And I'm always interested to try a vintage fragrance sometimes, or retro fragrance. So yeah, I think what made me want to buy this one in particular is that it has a moss note, and I really like a note of moss. Let me show you the bottle. Gosh, totally forgot about the bottle. So here is the bottle. So it's this fun triangle with an upside down triangle as the cap, and it makes really good sounds when you have it on its side. Let's hear the difference. Yeah, so kind of fun. It's just like red, blue, and yellow primary colors. The bottle doesn't have any red. I don't know, I think there might have been ones that did. I feel like they might have been different. There might have been different bottles in the past. But anyway, so to match the vibe, I mean, I already had these blue nails, which I was not thinking of that when I was getting ready to film this video, but that was good. I also have some blue scrunchies in my hair. So, and then I've got these, that you can't tell very well, but they are red. They are red, like ruby earrings. And then, of course, I've got this yellow shirt. So that is what I'm wearing, just matching the vibe of this fragrance. Alright, so let's go ahead and spray this fragrance. Today, ooh, this is a really fun one. This is a page out of sort of what looks like a plant book. So that's a really fun one. Alright, I'm gonna give this a spray. I will say that it's kind of hard to spray because of the shape of the bottle, but that's alright, it made it out. So I will admit that I have tried a few more retro or vintage. I still don't know what word to use. I thought I looked it up online and saw that retro was 20 or more years and vintage was 50 or more years. Let me know if you know anything about that. But anyway, I've tried a few older fragrances, like from the early 90s or before, and none of them I have liked enough to keep and be able to wear myself. Like, all of them I feel like I've been able to appreciate, including this one, but none of them I felt inclined to keep to wear. They are just, for me, a little bit too vintage and have just a certain, I don't know how to describe it, but just don't quite work for me. So this is one of them. it doesn't, I don't think it has a note of like civet or animal musk. I mean, it has a note of musk, but to me, this comes off as animalic. I think that's kind of what's not working, and that's what didn't work in a couple of the other older fragrances that I tried as well. But anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and read the main accords for this fragrance. So I'm on Fragrantica, and for the main accords we have floral, white floral, green, aromatic, sweet, yellow floral, woody, balsamic, mossy, and powdery. So it's a very colorful perfume in the sense that if you've ever been on Fragrantica, they show you the main accords with color blocks, and it's really helpful for giving you a vibe of the fragrance because yeah, the main accords like do tend to paint a color picture, which for me, colors have sort of vibes and feelings and like scents even associated with them. So this one's very colorful. It's got, you know, a lot of different colors, and that kind of makes sense with this bottle and this like colorful theme. So yeah, it's got a bit going on. It's definitely a floral fragrance. I get some powderiness. Oh yeah, something kind of green and aromatic. Yeah, okay. So let's look at the notes together. There's a bunch of notes. There's so many. Okay. So in the top notes we have marigold, green notes, carnation, freesia, peach, lily, mandarin orange, and bergamot. So a bunch of floral notes, some citrus, peach, and green notes. I would say that I smell the green notes and perhaps the lily and maybe a touch of peach, but it's kind of like peach to me is like very smooth. This fragrance is a little sharp, I would say. Okay, and then in the middle notes we've got a bunch of middle notes again. These ones are all florals. So we've got narcissus, tuberose, lily of the valley, lilac, jasmine, ylang ylang, rose, and violet. Y'all, I don't know. This is too many notes for me to really be specific. Yeah, I don't know. I would say like white florals maybe stand out to me the most, like maybe lily or lily of the valley, I don't know. And then in the base notes we only have 4 notes, and they are oak moss, sandalwood, musk, and amber. I feel like I get the musk and maybe a touch of moss, oak moss. So yeah, what I'm mainly getting from this fragrance is florals, like slightly sharp florals, white florals, a kind of animalic powdery musk, maybe a touch of moss, touch of peach, and green notes. That's kind of what I'm getting. Let's go ahead and click and see what other people say that they smell most. I'm not going to tell you like it in the whole order of it, but they are saying that they mostly smell marigold, which I do not even know what marigold smells like. So yeah, they're saying they smell marigold, moss, narcissus, green notes, carnation, freesia, peach, lily, etc. So yeah, I wish I knew what marigold smelled like because I don't know what it does, but apparently a lot of people are smelling the moss, the oak moss in here, as well as the green notes and the narcissus. So, yeah. Okay, so let's look at some other information around this fragrance. I have not worn this myself because I know it's just not one that I'm gonna want to wear. But it has a rating on Fragrantica of 3.72 out of 5 with 531 votes. So, decent rating. And it was launched in 1986, like I said. Some other information. People have rated it as having moderate to longer lasting longevity. And they also rate it as having moderate to stronger sillage, so pretty good, powerful scent, it sounds like, according to people. People were rating it as feminine, maybe like 2 or 3 out of 10. If 1 is feminine, 10 is masculine. I agree. I think that it's definitely feminine leaning, but like, I don't know, not maybe the most hyper femme fragrance ever. Price value, people are saying good price value. I got this, as you can see, for $14.99 at Ross. And this is the 100ml size, which I assume is the biggest. So yeah, super affordable. I'm sure this has been reformulated a few times. Well, I don't know. I'm sure it has been, but not in an up-to-date way, the way that something like Chanel Coco Mademoiselle has obviously been reformulated in such a way that it still smells current and modern and more approachable than this. Obviously some people are going to love this, especially if you grew up with this perfume, but I think most people growing up in our generation are not going to be as drawn to this because it just does smell more vintage. Okay, let's read a few reviews and see what people have to say. Somebody says, I wore this to death in middle school. The color of the bottle was so apropos. I guess that means like appropriate. So apropos at the time because we were rocking neon socks and double belts with oversized shirts. I'm not sure of the 600 notes Fragrantica has listed, but Wiz Claiborne was a playful and flirty floral that was perfect for teens. Okay. Let's see. Somebody says, I'm not capable of describing this objectively. Its pure nostalgia transports me back to my best friend's 11th birthday party, 1990. Her mother wore it. I buy the OG plastic bottle. It smells great on me, but couldn't tell you why. So yeah, obviously a lot of people just love this because of the nostalgia, which makes so much sense. Somebody says, I'm still testing this fragrance out, but I love it so far. It definitely pulls a little bit more mature old lady / grandma, but I adore it. Powdery and fruity with a really gentle dry down. It reminds me of my mom and grandma, even though they never wore this. I just know that if they had it, they'd probably wear it. Let's find somebody who doesn't like this and see what they have to say. I'm so disappointed. I wore this for years and I liked it. So when I bought this again today, I was a bit surprised when I sprayed it and it took my breath away, not in a good way, I might add. It smelled like a field of fresh mowed grass which had been sprayed with a really strong weed killer. Hopefully it's just my body chemistry. I'm now going to take a shower to get the stink off of me. Yeah, and who knows if that's just like that this has been reformulated since they smelled it last, or just that they hadn't smelled it in years and their perception of perfumes in general had changed and updated a lot. Who knows, but Alright, everybody. That is my review of Liz Claiborne by Liz Claiborne. I hope you all enjoyed the review. I hope you have fun with these vintage retro fragrance reviews that I'm occasionally doing. I probably won't purchase like a whole bunch of retro fragrances because I think it's probably unlikely that I'm going to find a whole lot of ones that I will actually want to keep, but they're super fun to review and just like help give me a better sense of perfumery, because obviously like I didn't myself get into perfumes at all until I was like 13, and that was a very brief stint, and then I really didn't get into perfumes at all until 2 years ago. So yeah, it's just fun to like broaden my knowledge in general. Alright, everybody, I'm sending you all love, peace, beauty, and harmony. You take care. Catch you soon. Bye.